First of all, China. Okay. This is the longest declaration of war since Hannibal rode over the bloody Alps on his elephants. China has told us, as a matter of fact, Taiwan has always been part of China, and China has told us that they're going to take it back. So rather than let America send other people in to fight its wars, which they are trying to do, we need to get with the program and work with our diplomatic people and get them to help Taiwan work out how they are going to be taken over by China, because it is going to happen. And the last thing Australia wants to be is America's bloody deputy in Southeast Asia. That won't happen. Okay, so that's dealt with China. Boom, hit it out the park. Jeff Kennedy super. Yeah, well, he's basically right. Although it should be taken in the light of a much bigger assessment of taxation in Australia that takes in, the way we use tax to encourage the things that we want. Deficit budgets. Now, a deficit is just the government investing in part of Australia, like when a farmer decides to spend money on buying a new wool press, or does he put a road in from down the bitumen? If you've got plenty of cash left over, it doesn't really matter whether you buy a wool press or put a road in down from down the main road. However, the money that the government invests, and that is the deficit, it has got to get a return. So if you just spend it on new airports, one would hope that you get your money back from an airport. I don't think you do. New ports, I know they don't get their money back from ports. Infrastructure, roads, bridges, there's a lot of employment in that. But if that's done by deficit spending, you have got to get your money back from better access to your ports, fewer car accidents, fewer hospitalisations, taxing the workers who work on those roads. If you just spend money on things that you are not getting a return from, then that's bad deficit spending. But deficit spending is a great idea if you get a return. And let's get to the NDIS. And people don't think like this. The NDIS is as much an employment scheme as it is a way to look after those people that need home care. In this modern society, we have to look for ways to employ the poorer people in our community. And the NDIS and nursing homes employ a lot of less capable employees. And therefore, we get a great return on that. But I don't think that's the way that it's assessed. And of course, rorts piss everyone off, and they shouldn't happen because it cuts to the core of your nation's moral fibre. But of course, you've got to remember that the money is not just burned. Those people, as long as we've got good tax laws to encourage them to spend it in Australia, and I do question that, as you know, the money is re-spent. It is just channeled through a sewer pipe, which is not something that is palatable to thinking people, but it doesn't go away. But it's like corruption in other countries. It is something that people in Southeast Asia and India have to get on top of, because these things do not elevate our moral position.